Hello, everybody. Hope you all are having a good morning so far. So, today, we're gonna finish Katawa Shoujo. Our front page is, I didn't point it out last time, but we have all the act cut-ins. They're all here now. Sorry, I just didn't think it would come this soon. I know it's only been a few months, but still. It's okay. I enjoyed this game. Just didn't want it to be over. But, no. It is what it is. So, recap of what happened last time. We ignored Rin because we were just done with her. We're still gonna go to her art thing though. The day before though, she showed up at our dorm room, tried to kiss us, and basically said she needed us, but we just blew up on her. Just sick of her using us, and then when she's done with us, just forgetting about it. Forgetting about us entirely, not caring. Come the day of her art exhibition, she kind of broke down and then ran out. And, well, we sort of went after her, but we let her go. After that, we did eventually find her and brought her to Nomiya because he wanted to speak with her, and he blew up on her big time. Like, she did not deserve it. And after that, it was just more talking between Hisao and Rin. And from this, I'm pretty sure they did kind of make up in their own way. Even if Hisao is still pretty confused about the things. And Rin is also just constantly confused about things. So we're gonna load up our save. Go through what I found out is gonna be the last two scenes. And then Katawa is done. So, here we go. The first day of summer vacation is a disappointment. I woke up. Water came down from the leaden sky in biblical proportions. I was optimistic at the time. A quick summer shower, I thought. Torrents of rain for a few minutes, then it's gone. No such luck. Rainwater is relentlessly pouring down from the blue-gray sky outside, streaming down the glass of my window in small brooks and rivers and gathering together to form miniature ponds on the walkways. Just like it has done for the past 2.5 hours. So I've been half-assedly cleaning up in between half-assedly reading a book, packing my stuff on the side when I get bored of the first two. The weather drags my spirits pretty down too, making it harder to do anything properly. Something bumping quite loudly against my door rouses me from my apathy. I swear to God if this is fucking Kenji. I hope it's not Kenji in this crazy indoor bowling alley. I hear no more sounds from the corridor until I walk to the door and open it. Rin. I wish seeing her would evoke some more emotion in me, but for one, I'm too surprised she came to see me, And for two, she's soaking wet. The uniform shirt is drenched, and she's standing in a self-created puddle. Droplets of rainwater are dripping from her short bangs and sliding down her nose until they fall down from the tip. One by one. Hi. How are you feeling? Medium normal. The relative questionability of her statement aside, she sure doesn't look too good. You're all wet. It's because I come from the outside. Do you know it? Why would you be outside? It's raining buckets out there, if you haven't noticed. I haven't. It's raining pretty hard, though. I was on a walk. Is this what you call wallowing in self-pity? Do you think I'm pitiful? No, I implied that you think you are. I'm not, and rain is not a sad thing. Don't you ever walk in the rain? I do, but only with proper equipment, like an umbrella. How is she going to use an umbrella, Hasao? You just need to imagine you have a blue umbrella with white stripes. It might be tough when rain is falling on my head. Just imagine harder. Yeah, she definitely is back to normal. Those half-sarcastic, inconsiderate remarks that really push my buttons, even though she doesn't mean it. That vacant, spaced-out stare that always expects more than it gives. Okay, she's not smiling. For a minute, I thought she was doing her little smirk. It's so very much like her. I may need to come in. I need some help with this water and clothes I'm wearing. My brain quickly solves this equation, and I stumble with my words. A stark display of contrast against Rin's easygoing self-invitation. But Emmy... Rin shakes her head vehemently. Fuck, I went through this yesterday. Sorry, I've got something else open on a second screen right now. Vehement, that's right. Ren shakes her head vehemently, causing water to sprinkle everywhere. She left. Besides, she would just worry and fuss until she could not worry or fuss anymore, which always takes a troublesomely long time. It's in fact longer than I want to hear her fussing, and I thought you probably are not the fussing kind. She slumps down on my desk with a squishy sound. Oh great, now my desk is wet. Her soaked clothes are making the desk and everything on it wet, but she doesn't care. Okay, fine. I'll help you out. I have a towel somewhere. Do you want dry clothes? Is a uniform fine? I'm taller than you, but everything is fine. With a little searching, I find a fresh uniform and a fluffy towel from the depths of my closet. A towel in one hand and the uniform in the other, I turn to face her in again, uncertain of the next step. What do you think it is, buddy? Get those gears in your head moving. Something... Damn it, I missed that. Something wrong with me. A normal guy would just... Stop worrying. It is not a problem. She She probably could see right through my hesitant demeanor, as if I was completely transparent to her. I pushed my anxiety away and concentrated on the 8 buttons lined on her shirt, just like mine has. Only the first button is an obstacle, and after getting it over, I undo the others with slightly less shaking hands. Throwing the soaked shirt aside, I reveal Rin's upper pale body, shrouded only in her light blue brassiere, which instantly reminds me of her saying it's her favorite color. When the fuck did she say blue is her favorite color? I try not to think too much about stuff, but it's hard not to look at her body with what I can only think of as mixed feelings. I don't know what to think of this, so I just watch her. Rin looks brittle. She's like a shell, a fragile thing just barely holding together. Her ribs, each of them visible under her pale skin, are moving up and down in the rhythm of her breaths. Rin always struck me as quite thin, but I realize now that the manic creative period before the exhibition opening might have caused her to lose weight. Did she eat properly and enough? Definitely not, and probably not. This ugly yet beautiful bare minimum of a human body that belongs to someone I care about is a contradiction of aesthetics in itself, oddly becoming of her. My eyes follow her collarbone to her shoulder and down her arm until the abrupt end. No, it's less than the bare minimum. I think with a passing pang of sadness and some guilt for thinking like that. Her arms, degenerated into almost nothing but bone and skin due to lack of use, look very short now that the long sleeves of her uniform are not covering them. My lack of any negative reaction makes me think I've actually grown pretty accustomed to the various physical abnormalities of my schoolmates. I always wondered why Rin kept her shirt sleeves long, only tying them in a simple knot where the elbows would be. Seems a bit impractical, but then again, she's not exactly the pinnacle of practicality. Maybe she likes it. Maybe it's somehow important to her. Maybe there is no deeper meaning to it. I feel like asking, and almost do, but Rin's miserable state requires a higher priority of my attention. She stopped talking too, after we ran out of spiky greetings. I guess there's no need for chit-chat then. I pick up the towel from the bed and wrap it around her head, rumpling it all over her hair until most of the rainwater is hopefully soaked into the fabric. She peeks from below the towel at me, looking up with impassive eyes. It looks like she wants to say something without saying it. It's that kind of look. I can't read what she's thinking about from her face, so I just keep on fussing with the towel around her shoulders and hair. Silence is oppressive, terrifying. Communication between us has suddenly been reduced to the movements of my hands in the towel, and Rin swaying her body to and fro. My jagged breathing and her quiet breaths, trying to find a common rhythm that just is not there. I think I can hear her heartbeats, or maybe they're just mine redoubled. As I brush a... okay. Almost said rouge. That's rogue. Right? Yeah, that's rogue. As I brush a rogue strand of hair aside from her ear, Rin suddenly presses her cheek against the back of my hand. Contact is electric, a jolt of current surging through me. Whether she seeks comfort, warmth, or just my touch, I wouldn't know. But I can't help touching her back, caressing her soft cheek with my hand. And with closed eyes, she kisses me on the fingers, counting the joints with her lips. I'm saddened beyond my expressive capability. Here we are, a boy and a girl, both in love or something like that with each other, or maybe not. And yet, something is broken. I can feel it in me and in Rin, in the way our gazes merely brush against each other, shying away from contact. In her closed, timid posture, and in my way of touching her like a china doll, afraid of shattering her delicate form. And how we're closer than we've ever been, yet I'm not feeling happy. It's like yesterday. When did tenderness and forlornness become one and the same word? Acts of affection start evoking only longing? How? Why did we end up like this? No, don't answer that. I like to say that to myself. But fighting against the omniscience and self-awareness is a lost cause. Still, I am here, and Rin is here, and it feels like she might be able to solve whatever problem she has. And if she can, why couldn't I? Why couldn't we? Feels like taking that step is too much, too difficult, too uncertain. Hey Jen, how's it going? Done work for the day? Cool, cool.
Good morning, motherfuckers.
Thank you for that, Stepford husband. And yes, this is a bit depressing. Oh, how charming. I love it. Yeah, I like that sound alert too. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, this is actually somewhat depressing. Rin gets the first day of summer vacation, and it's raining. Rin came to our door, soaking wet, and needs help drying off and being in drier clothes, so we're doing it. You haven't figured out sound alerts? It's really easy. I'm gonna tell you, it's actually incredibly easy. You just add the extension, you know, through Twitch, and then it brings you to the sound alerts. Oh, like how to even play them on mine? Down below. If you're at a computer, just scroll down. You'll see the sound alerts box. If you're on mobile, it's gonna be the purple square with like the Twitch logo with headphones on. Just hit that, and then you'll bring up all my sound alerts. You're doing good? Oh, good to hear. I'm doing pretty good. There you go. You figured it out. Just please don't spam them. Or I will increase the cooldown to like 5 fucking minutes if that happens.
Surprise, motherfucker.
So for now, all I can do is dry her up so she won't get cold again. I pet her head, trying to sort out the hair that refuses to be sorted out even when wet. A pair of dark, glazed eyes follows my every movement. Pants too? She nods in answer, and leans back and spreads her legs with a grotesquely inviting gesture that makes a nasty feeling crawl up and down my spine like a bad premonition. It's not enough to sober me, though, as the silence starts to make me feel detached from myself. I move automatically, without thinking, even though I should. I should talk to her about this, or at least about something. The silence is a spell, a pact that has bound us to this private world made of the dull sound of rainfall and the soft feel of her skin against my fingers. The button of her trousers is fastened tight, but it opens surprisingly easily. Slipping them off is hard, mostly because she's sitting on them and with no intention of standing up to ease my task. I kneel down uncomfortably and titillatingly between her legs so I can quickly dry her bare feet, remembering that they are as important to her as hands are to me. As I work the towel up from her ankles, Rin brushes her thigh against my cheek and nudges the small of my back with her heel to make me come closer. I look up to meet her silent stare that was waiting for me to look up. That unassuming, expectant stare seems to say that the ball is in my court. I'm gonna have to block something? I did turn it all off, right? Yeah, it's all disabled. But to be safe... I fleetingly brush my hand against her inner thigh. The touch makes her gasp sharply, as if she was trying to hold back breathing. What if I do this then? The small kiss I place on her thigh is enough to make Rin lose her composure, to shut her eyes and to squeal almost inaudibly. Is that what you want too? Would it be alright? Would it be alright now? To take this step? What if... maybe if... Hazy thoughts float somewhere in the back of my unfocused mind. Somehow, this whole situation is making it hard to think, as if my head was full of cotton fluff. But that's alright. It seems thinking is not something we need right now. There's our censor. They proceeded to have the good old 18 plus interactions. What the hell's going on? Present. Present is a fleeting and vague concept at best. The moment between the past and the future? That doesn't really mean anything. Thinking too much about things that don't make sense is a waste of time. That's why living through the present is always the best option. Besides, for us who can't foresee the future, and who forget the past too easily, present is really the only proof of our existence. Even though existence will go on, even if you forget about it for a while, it's good to seize the day, at least every once in a while. That way, you can confirm that you are, in fact, alive. Pretty sure the girl who is standing there half naked, staring out of the window of my room, has a much better grasp of present than I do. Yeah, it is for the sake of the game, but I'm not gonna throw that all on there, okay? I'm not taking that chance. As for me, well, right now I'm somewhat confused by my present state, since I should try to locate my shirt and not stare at Rin's butt. But I just can't stop looking at her. She's so close to the glass that her nose is probably going to leave a mark. At least her breathing does, when it condenses on the rain-cooled window glass before quickly disappearing again. My shuffling around to get dressed doesn't rouse Rin from her contemplation, which is fine, really. I don't mind the silences as much as I used to. Only after I'm finished with buttoning up my shirt does Rin say something, still without turning to look at me. Let's go somewhere. Where? I can only assume she's inviting me and not to the windowsill, but it's a fair guess. I know. What? Help me get dressed. I think today is the day. Come on, clothes. Clothes, clothes. What an impatient tone. I crouched down to pick up her bra from the floor where it had fallen, discarded in the haste of undressing and forgotten there. Hanging it from between my fingers like a dead fish. The same hesitation that grasped me when I was undressing Rin is creeping inside my head again. Dude, it's a bra. Deal with it. Is intimacy really something this difficult for me to handle? Come on, you got it off just fine. This is the same, but the other way around. It's like talking backwards. It seems hard, but it's easy. That's what she said. She just said it backwards because Rin is Rin. Did the game break me? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, if some kind of, Eldritch abomination appears behind me, you'll know why. It was that sentence right there. Perplexed by her sudden and prodigious display of mental processing capacity, I forget to attempt reversing her gibberish back. I'm pretty sure I couldn't switch to talking backwards that fluidly, even with some practice. Could you repeat that? Yes, it's Rashmi's. Okay, yeah, I'm summoning something. Some weird creature's coming after this, I know it. Got it. Fine, I'll give it a try. Rin was right. The locking mechanism is simple enough, and I get the little plastic hooks right on the third attempt. There. God damn it. Chitsuchet, if you want... God damn it. Now you have to adjust it. What? Please stop that. I don't speak backwardese. She shakes her head as if needing to banish the backwards way of thinking with a physical gesture. I know a few people who could benefit from that kind of ability. It got stuck. Now you have to adjust it. Adjust? That's what I said. No, I asked what you meant. You know, so that they are fine. Oh. Fine, you say. As I have no idea when her breasts are supposed to be fine, I end up fumbling around with her chest for a good while without really getting anywhere. Not that I would complain, but Rin does. Emmy is better than you at this. Her impatient tone ticks me off, even though I can't really disagree. Rin suddenly seems to be in an awful hurry. Yeah, well, excuse me. Could it be that she is a girl and can actually relate? I don't think so. She has just about as much chest as you do. Damn! God damn, Rin! Hot damn! Just wow. Just wow. She has about as much chest as I do. Oh my god. Good fucking Christ. With her bra and breasts eventually fine, as they should, the rest of her clothes are considerably easier to put on. Rin launches towards the door, even though her shirt is not even buttoned up all the way yet. Left with little choice, I run after her. As soon as I realize that we're heading for the side entrance leading to the forest, I think I know where Rin wanted to go. Although I couldn't say why she'd want to go there. Then again, I can't really assume my guess is to be anywhere near correct when Rin is concerned. Not even for a quite generous definition of correct. The forest behind the walls smells of rain. The last raindrops are still dripping from the wet undergrowth into the earth, despite the rain being gone for a while already. We stroll along with an unhurried pace that Rin sets, giving me time to take in the calming atmosphere. I think I can hear Rin saying hello to at least 3 different trees while she walks past them. But I ignore it, just like the trees do. She leads me to the narrow side path leading up to the hilltops, as I guessed. I peek through the canopy, trying to find a rainbow, but there doesn't seem to be one. It's perfect weather for rainbows. The sun is shining low, and the rain has passed not too long ago. Well, whatever. I lower my eyes from the treetops to see the gaunt back of the girl who is climbing up the hill slowly, without losing her balance. A few steps ahead of me on the path, but still within my reach. I don't think I'd ever reach a rainbow, but reaching Rin? It seems less impossible than it used to seem. The clear sky greeting us from above the meadow clearly seems vast and beautiful. From the meadow clear, yeah, but that word. Fuck. It's doing so well. The words are there to be read. A strong wind is herding the rain clouds away from the town to the other side of the mountains in the distance. The sight is pretty, but a speck of white flies past the edge of my peripheral vision, but when I turn to look, it's already gone. Another follows, then a third. Before I realize it, dozens of almost invisible small tufts of white are flying all around us. Look at the flowers. Ah, I see it now. The sea of dandelions that covered the hilltop on our last visit has changed over the days. Where there was bright yellow before, there is now fluffy white. Some of the flowers have already shed their seeds, but many of them are still waiting for a suitable gust of wind. Today, those gusts are not in short demand. Every now and then, they shake the grass thoroughly, and suddenly the air is thick with dandelion seeds. One by one, the seeds separate from the flower heads and are lifted away. A commonplace event, but one that seems to fascinate Rin for some reason. She's turning her head from side to side, marveling at the change happening all around her as the seeds fly away. I watch them too, following the white tufts floating with the wind towards the horizon, and imagine that I can see them even after they disappear from my sight. Isao? What is it? Do you love me? Well, that came out of nowhere. Well, not really out of nowhere, that's just very blunt. I snap to attention to meet her suddenly very serious face that is not looking only at the flowers anymore. What a tough question. Asked just like that, out of the blue. Still, her bluntness compels me to answer rapidly. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe too rapidly. What does that mean? I don't know. Rin sighs, perhaps unhappy with my wishy-washy answer. I would be too. Me neither. I don't think I know much about love. It's fine, isn't it? How should I know? The shrug of her shoulders seems to say, hesitating to give a firmer answer. She stays silent for only a second too long, but even that second isn't long enough for me to think ahead. I love you. Those three words freeze me in my place like a rabbit staring into headlights. But I'm not a rabbit, and I'm just staring into Rin's eyes that seem far, far too impassive for what she just let out of her mouth. Rin looks pretty serious, though, until she sticks out her tongue, frowns a little, and it confuses me even more than her words did. Why does she look mildly unhappy? Was it a confession of her deepest feelings? A test to see how it would react? A test to see how she would react? It tastes weird. Tastes? Yeah. So weird. Did we pass the test? That's the important part. We don't even know the test! She laughs, maybe nervously or so I want to think, but stops midway when she notices how strange it sounds. Like, I don't know what. I don't think there's a word for this. Rin keeps on talking as though there was no meaning behind her words. Steady and careless words dropping from the same tongue that formed the most important ones. A word for... Except... It's like... She can't... find the words. Par for the course for Rin. Rin just keeps staring at me, stumbling with her words as if her brain suddenly ground to a halt. She looks awfully confused, much like how I feel right now as I wait for her to explain. But she doesn't. She just blinks a few times, the flutter of her long lashes catching my fancy because she looks like she's petrified otherwise. Until I realize what they're fighting against. It's those weird tears again. Not associated with sadness or happiness. Not pitiable sobbing, nor laughter of joy. Just tears, spontaneously and without warning. Like that one time in her classroom. Just a few of them. Not enough to make a fuss about, so Rin doesn't make a move to hide them even after noticing. Rin cries, looking like she has no idea why, and somehow a great uneasiness grows in my chest when I look into her watery eyes that stare right back at me. It petrifies me too. The shock of the incomprehensibility of the situation. I just don't know what is happening anymore. Rin? What's wrong? She shakes her head in confusion, stumbling to get the words out of her mouth. Sorry. I might be a little afraid of you. The words are muttered slowly, with a small voice that is as disbelieving of what it's saying as I am. What? Why? I don't know. Saying that just made me feel like that. People cry when they're afraid, right? See? I can do it too. She's averting her gaze now, deliberately not looking at me. It bewilders me, at least as much as what she's saying. I sometimes, with you, want to run away so badly, but I can't move. It's like my legs turn into lemon panna cotta pudding, and my heart feels like it's going to explode, and... She slumps her shoulders melancholically. Has a thing like this ever happened to you? I remember the leaden sky above the frozen forest, and the sound of the leafless branches clacking against each other. It's like a memory from another life. Yeah. Once. My heart hurt a lot back then, too. But I thought your thing was not contagious. I shake my head, and a tiny, slightly forced smile rises on my lips. The other ailment in my heart could very well be contagious, and I wouldn't care a bit. What are you afraid of? I never thought I was scary. Rin shakes her head desperately, as if knowing that the tangle inside her mind won't be undone with just that. You make me feel that I should be someone else than me. It's a scary thing. It happens when you are being nice to me. Like yesterday. I never know what to do at times like that. It's hard. Her voice is barely audible, a whispered admission of something that is too embarrassing to even think, not to mention say aloud. Rin has never been one to be embarrassed, so she does not utter it aloud, only timidly, as if by instinct. But I want to do something, but I don't know if this me can. For a moment, we just stare at each other, as if waiting for the other to say something. You are so stupid. Rin's lips taste salty and scared? Yeah, scared against mine. Do not have a fucking heart attack right now. Jesus! As I grasp her into an embrace, I feel my heart thumping in my chest painfully. Even though I'm glad that she can say things like that, they make me feel sad after all. Rin's spirit, her passion, her strength. All those things that I hold dear are the ones I don't want to change. Yeah, I think it's the good ending too. We'll know for sure, depending on what credits we get. How should I treat them? Where are they headed to? Is that future irrevocably different from mine? That anxiety will never lose its grip on my heart, but I think I can learn to live with it. Slowly, the pain in my heart dies out, and it settles into the same rhythm as Rin's. We listen to that for some time. After our lips break apart, it takes a while for either of us to realize that we can say something now. See? You're a really kind person, even when you are not. It's the most scariest thing ever. I think that all I was ever afraid of is your kindness. Is it bad? Even if you are afraid? She thinks about this for a while, furrowing her brow as though this is some kind of hard math problem. No, I'm alright with it. It's fine if it's you. Like a weight lifted from my chest, her words elate my heart, filling it with, I don't know, happiness? What else could it be? This time, my smile is genuine. Rin steps back, still smiling gently at me like I do at her. While she wipes her face on her shoulder, I pick up a round, plump dandelion clock and bring it to my pursed lips. Is that the term for that? A clock? It's weird. They spread out into the wind that picks them up to carry them to a new home. Think, only a few short weeks ago, they were so different. This is change. Hey, so the flowers became what they're meant to become, like you said the last time. What about you? Did you become a true artist? Or did you not, because you ran away? She pauses for a while to ponder my question, and shrugs her shoulders. It almost makes me laugh. The carefree easiness of her gesture is a lovely thing, a sign of how Rin can, truly and really, without any restraints whatsoever, shed the entire weight of the world from her shoulders, should she will so. She is, in every possible, and probably a few impossible ways, free. And I think I might love her for that. I don't think it matters. Let's just watch the clouds for today. She takes 5 steps to climb on a large rock so she can rise as high as it's possible here and stands on tiptoes. When you reach for the clouds, every inch counts. Sure, let's watch the clouds. It's good to do something you really want to do every now and then. Yeah, you are probably right. I glance upward at the blue sky opening high above us. It's a deep cerulean vastness that spreads to fill my entire field of vision and beyond. Yet Rin stays on her rock, peering at the distant horizon where the rain clouds are drifting farther away from us. I have decided something. That dreaming voice of hers, spoken to the wind that carries it to my ears, is lacking resolve in tone, but is full of it in meaning. It's alright to be me after all. It's alright? Her decisions always seem to be pretty far out. Well, I suppose that is an important realization. Coming to terms with oneself, accepting yourself, being fine with what you are. A simple resolution of heart that for some people is overbearingly hard to do, if not impossible. I do realize well enough that I might also be one of those people. Rin too. Maybe we are not that different after all. Maybe to accept someone else, you must first accept yourself. Maybe that is a necessary step, which we didn't take until now. Looking at her standing on that rock, I believe that she can find whatever she's looking for. And so can I. The wind catches her hair and clothes, and Rin spreads her short arms into an embrace that is so very, very tiny, but as wide as she can ever do. For a moment, it looks like she herself might take flight. I have to hold myself back to not reach out for her shoulder to not drag her back to me. But this picture is something I can only watch. It is something for me to remember. Rin's sleeves are flapping freely in the wind, her hair wildly tousled by it, her skin touched by the setting sun. Her sleek form that I've come to adore is quivering in the cool wind that carries the small white specks past her, each a beginning of a new flower. All that is engraved inside my heart. Like those tiny seeds scattered into the wind, I'm sure that Rin too can take her place in this world without the need to create her own inside of it. Maybe she believes it too. Standing as close to heaven as possible, she's giving the world a big hug. To me, it seems like the entire world really could fit there, between those small arms of hers, inside of her all-encompassing embrace. Hisao? She looks at me in the same way she calls my name, carelessly over her shoulder, with a strange happiness in her voice and in her eyes. I gaze into those mysterious dark eyes that are curiously twinkling from below her auburn hair. Although I'm too far from her to see it, I'm sure they're reflecting my image. What is it? What's the word for when it feels inside your heart that everything in the world is all right? That's how the... Is that how it ends? And that was Rin's route. And her good ending. And technically, that's the end of Katawa Shoujo. The game is over. So, what was everybody's thoughts? What was everyone's thoughts on Rin's route from whatever they were able to catch? She's depressing AF, and I'm still upset they include her. Maybe because she's too much like my sister, who is infuriating to talk to. Yeah. You're not 100% sure what happened? Yeah, it's fair. I don't know how much of this you were actually able to catch. Yeah, it's hard to pin it down. I was very I was playing through this and I was very confused most of the time. Bad endings end a lot longer ago. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was playing through this whole route and I was still getting pretty confused and lost. But it was one heck of a thing. Snow dandelions, you're basically at the art studio, you have sex, and she dumps you. Wow! Okay. So, well... You know what? Because we're done, I'm gonna do this. Just gonna put... oh, someone's just doing something outside. Just gonna turn all their sprites onto their colored ones. So there it is. Went from Lily to Emmy to Hanako to Shizune, and then ended off with Rin. This has been quite a journey, going through all these routes. Something that I didn't bring up, mostly because I forgot about it, was that when you do go to download it, or there's somewhere in there where I think there's like a picture of the girl, and there's a question associated with each girl, which I think is pretty interesting. Some are pretty obvious. So, Emmy, can you stand up for yourself? Hanako, can you face your fears? Lily, can you see what I see? Rin, can you seize the day? And Shizune, can you tell me what you think? Both simple questions, but also not. Obviously, some of these relate directly to their physical disabilities, but that's not what they're supposed to mean. It's not what they're, you know, meant to ask. I went onto the Katawa Shoujo subreddit and asked, just to get a consensus from the general, you know, just from the actual fan base, what lesson do you think we've learned from each route with the girls? And I got the most upvoted one on here, which one of the only replies too. But everyone seemed to agree with this big time. So I want to hear everyone's thoughts on these. So, lesson from Emmy's route. Taking care of yourself will improve your life, but sometimes you need help to do it, both physically and emotionally. I mean, fairly simple. But still, sometimes you need help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Even if you don't need it. Even if you know you don't need the help, if someone's offering it, let them offer. Don't hate them for it, that kind of thing. Because that was Emmy's whole thing. She wanted to do everything herself. She didn't need anybody. And we recognize that. But we still wanted to be there. Lily, it may be nice to have someone to take care of you, but if you never take the initiative, you may lose them anyway. Lily took care of us throughout that entire route. She doted on us like she doted on Hanako. If we go by the neutral ending, we never took any kind of initiative and didn't do anything at all. And we just let her go. But with that good ending, we took the initiative to try to get to her. We didn't want to lose her. Yeah, she took care of us, we never took care of her, so we wanted to change that. We wanted to let her know we actually cared. Could also just be talking on my ass this whole time, so just, well, par for the course for me. She's an A. You may not always understand people's motivations, because we don't understand the way they think and communicate. That doesn't mean we can't try supporting them. We barely understood she's an A from the beginning, but we, you know, did what we wanted to help. We don't know why she thinks the way she does. I'll also even relate that to Misha, too, in a way. We barely know what any of those girls were those two girls were thinking in that route. Well, we did it anyways. Like, why are we doing this? Why'd we do this? Eh. Eh. Hanako. If you always try to help people without asking their opinion, they may feel patronized and start to resent you. Take people's emotions into account. Because, yeah, spoiler, bad ending. Hanako, if you treat Hanako like she's a fragile doll that needs to be taken care of and saved, she hates you for it, because that's not what she wants. You have to think about her emotions. She is strong in her own way. If you want to help someone, think about them, too, at the same time. Should we keep helping them without asking them about it? Yeah. And then finally here with Rin, some people can't express themselves because they themselves don't know how to do it. Rather than forcing them to try, we should just accept them. Well, might be a bit of a stretch, but Rin can't get her own feelings straight. She can't even get the words out. When she tries, it becomes a jumbled mess. If we tried to get her to, force her to explain and get it out, it doesn't end well. It's just, that's Rin. Just have to accept it as it is. It's what we're gonna get. We can't force her to change. Yeah, I got a few things here lined up that I want to show off at the end. Like, the original concept art for this game. That's technically not even for the game, just for the idea. So here we go. We're jumping back in time 21 years. There it is. That's what started this whole crazy thing. Just a simple drawing of a what if. What if this was a game? Potential dating sim. See if I can I make this any bigger to zoom in on text? That's better. Yeah, they're all there. You even put a potential price for what it could cost back then to buy this. Oh, I don't. I think that was just they can wear slightly different things. I think that's the idea, but meh. Yeah, this isn't exactly. They didn't super customize their stuff. It's just like, all right, they're wearing the boys' uniform instead, or they're just wearing the boys' shirt with the skirt. Oh yeah, it's saying the time would be 3 months that you're there. Yeah, playtime is 3 months. It's best to avoid gigolo play, otherwise you won't be able to get anyone at all. It's all these little tiny things. Again, this was just a thing at the end of a doujin they made. Just a potential concept. Yes, yes. It is rude. Let me date 3 girls, yo. Now, which 3 girls? That's the question. So, yeah, there it is. That's the original concept that started this whole crazy thing. Emmy, Hanako, and Shizune for you. I'd be going Lily, Emmy, and Shizune. No offense to your girl Lily, she's just proper for me. Just too proper. Hey, she has a healthy adolescent sex drive, okay? Words from her own mouth. We did it on the floor next to the couch, and then she came into the bathroom, and then we did it in the tub and outside the tub. Then she blindfolded us and proceeded to do some stuff to herself before letting us take the lead. She may be proper, but yeah, she can. She's got things going on. She knows how to have a good time. The other picture I'm gonna bring up is just kind of a nice summary of this whole thing, and even it's like good advice overall. Which, honestly, is kind of why I was really forcing myself to not say what's normal throughout. Mostly because of this message. So let me bring that up. And I'll read it out. So it's actually not about seducing and nailing disabled girls. The girls happen to have disabilities, but the more you get to know them, the more you come to realize that they're just girls like any other. They are humans with hopes and dreams and messy, fucked up insecurities about being alive and happy. They are not strange people. They are regular, ordinary human beings who feel the way they feel, not because they are disabled, but because they're ordinary. They are the universal allegory for humanity. The archetypical human, the mess you become when you feel sad and alone and unworthy. They are the girl next door, the prom queen, the bookworm, the tomboy, and all the baggage that comes with that. Nothing more or less. They resonate with you because you recognize your flaws and needs and desires and triumphs and victories, and those are the loved ones you know and care about. You want to make them happy because you want them to be happy, because you know them and are them, and in some way, you believe everyone you love deserves to be happy. You are not alone, and you are not strange. You are you, and everyone has damage. Be the better person. They're they have disabilities, but they're just normal people. Everyone's a normal person. Sure, you may have something that could potentially hinder you, but you're still a human. You're still a person. Doesn't change that. I feel that's like probably one of the biggest thing this game kind of teaches you. They're not defined by who they are, by their physical self. Emmy is not a girl with isn't the girl with no legs. Rin isn't the girl with no arms. Lily isn't the blind girl. Shizune isn't the deaf girl. And Hanako isn't the girl with the scars. They're just girls. They're human. They have feelings. Like everybody else. Doesn't make them any less of a person. And the last thing I actually wanted to bring up before I close out Katawa for probably a while. Just gonna turn the music down on the game. Because I need, so I'm playing a video. Made by, video actually made by the guy who did all the animations. You know, Mike Annell, the guy who made all the little, Act 2 intro animations. So this is something he made, how long ago was it? How long ago? Wow. 2014. Yeah, so basically right when pretty much right around when the game came out. Or a little bit after. So I'm gonna bring this up, play it, and get a little bit more feels happening. It uses music from the game, so I should be safe. If not, well, rip. Oh, crap, crap, no, no! Stop! I did not want to start playing other stuff from my like list. Also, hey, Brozard. Yeah, there wasn't actually much left. There was maybe an hour's worth left of actual story. We did get the good ending, though. Yeah, you missed all the dandelions. Now let's bring the music from the game back. Switch over to me. There. I haven't a clue what you guys are talking about. Haven't a clue in the slightest. So yeah, that be the end of Katawa Shoujo. Until I decide I'm gonna go back to probably fill out everything. Meaning I'm gonna be retiring the Katawa Shoujo stream layout. Sadly enough. I want to be able to. I want to save that. No, I didn't mean to switch to it. Oh well, I'm here anyway. Anyone know how I could actually save this, like, off of here, so if I get rid of it, I can still, you know, get it back later, if I ever want to do this again? I mean, as simple as it is, I'd rather not go through the trouble of resetting all of these, characters again. Like, the entire, scene here that I have set up, for this game. I feel like there's a way to do that. Yeah, I just want to save the scene in case I want to bring it back later. I mean, yeah, true, I could. Just eventually, it'll annoy me that it's sitting there in the way of any potential new scenes I have. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it for now, and I'll just change the hotkey for it to nothing. It probably can. Probably can be saved as a theme. I'll look into it later. Export it as an image? Okay, alright, that could work. Alright. Until I figure out what to do with that, I'll just leave it as is for now. You're gonna be streaming today? Awesome! Okay. Awesome, awesome. You know, that helped make my day after, you know, this depressing end of a game. So that's gonna be fun. I'm guessing you're gonna start at 12 then? Alright, cool, cool, cool. So go grab lunch or something. Yeah, I did just finish off my tea. Okay, so yeah, I'll end pretty much in the next few minutes. I'm just gonna say a few things, end it off, grab my stuff, and prepare to watch your stream, finally, after a while. Alright, so, something I fiddled around with after seeing it being used on somebody else's stream, I think I'm gonna be able to stream some stuff off of my PS4 now. I just have to use remote play. So that opens up possibilities for a few things, mostly the entire Kingdom Hearts series. Because, I mean, there are... NANI? Yes. So I could stream PS4 from here. I just have to do remote play on my PC and capture that screen. It's not 100... Yeah, it may not be 100% ideal, because I could lose connection to the thing, which it seems to happen on Oracles a lot, but oh well. It's better than paying for all the games again. I don't feel like spending another $100-some-odd just to buy games I've already owned. Make the boys watch? I can't get them to watch anything, okay? I can barely get them to watch a 5-minute video off YouTube, let alone an entire stream. So yes, coming up sometime in the future might be some Kingdom Hearts streams. I'll probably just go from one and work my way through it that way. I'll go from release order, so it's like, alright, we get the confusion as they continually retcon things. I am actually going to be back to work next week, but only on Fridays and weekends. Continued repurchasing of games you already own is a trend I wish was not a thing. It's annoying. And Kingdom Hearts is bad about re-releasing these games on every fucking console now. Because there's the original games on the PlayStation and on the PSP and whatnot. And all the other freaking things they did. Then come the PS3 era. Alright, here's 2 separate collections with pretty much all the games again. Have fun, buy it, play the games again. Okay. PS4 comes around. Here's those same collections again. Now they're packaged together, or separately, you take your pick. And now here's a third collection. And now here's one where it's just all 3 collections in one bundle. And then the third game, and now that's on PC. Alright, here's all those bundles again. All still like the $60 full price for each. Granted, you're getting a lot of games, but fuck spending almost $200 on them all. I'm not doing that. No, I've already spent my money on Kingdom Hearts. I'm not spending more. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be back to work starting Sunday, actually. So, there's not gonna be a stream on Sunday. That I know 100% for sure. And there's also... what's it say? Yeah, there's also more than likely not gonna be a stream on Saturday. I'm back to work. We're opened up. I'm working an open to close Sunday. So 11 to 7. Yeah, Yeah, so the way my schedule is going right now, it looks like I'll be relegated mostly to Monday to Friday. So pretty much what I'm doing now is just I have to nix the weekends entirely, because they've got me in at like 11 o'clock, going till like well after 4 sometimes. Plus I get fairly tired after work, though I don't know how it's going to be. Saturdays might be a hit or miss on whether I want to do a stream or not. So those might just be surprise random like Stardew streams or something. Just something chill. But yeah, going forward after tomorrow, it is just going to be Monday to Friday for sure, streams in the mornings. I'll have my schedule posted probably tonight I'll have it posted up. So that'll be fun. Other than that, I've got nothing else. So, I'm going to end off here. Get myself something to eat, get a fresh new tea, and all that fun stuff. You want to do a thing after work, but I'm tired and don't want to be on? Yes, exactly. That's why the Saturday is gonna be a maybe. It's like, how do I actually feel after working? We only have a capacity of 40 people right now, so it shouldn't be too bad. But if I'm stuck doing a lot of repairs on stuff, I may not be mentally up to it. We shall see anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to end off stream here for sure now. Thanks everybody for watching, commenting, lurking, using the sound alerts, chatting up a little bit with me now, and going through that last bit of Katawa with me. I'm gonna miss it. Finally finished the game. So, I hope everyone has a good rest of their day, and I'll see you next time.